Hey Eurovision fans, Joost has been internally selected to represent the Netherlands in Eurovision 2024 with his song Europapa. I'm going to check out the music video and give you my analysis of the song and the lyrics, and then we'll imagine how this could be potentially staged in Malmö, Sweden. We'll also talk about Netherlands' renaissance in Eurovision by looking at their 10-year record, their qualification record, and then we'll talk about if this can qualify or win Eurovision by looking at the odds and also how the community has reacted to the song. So let's kiki. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Tom. I'm an Irish Eurovision analyst, and you can find all of this stuff on my Eurovision channel. Okay, so I'm extremely excited to do this review. I always look forward to the Dutch song every single year, particularly in recent years where the Netherlands has been so super strong, sending really good quality. They're doing something a little bit different this year. They have been notorious for sending more dark pop, somber songs in the last 5 or so years. This year we're getting something completely different. It's Joost singing Europapa. I actually did a video about Joost before where I looked at a little bit of his background and checked out one of his songs. So I am slightly familiar with this type of music. I believe he does this type of gabber style. He does some rapping, he does some hip hop. And I know that he's pretty big and established in Germany as well. First of all, I gotta say, I am aware that his name is Joost. Joost Klein. I've been practicing how to say it. Joost makes the most toast on the coast. So I do know how to say his name, but for some reason my brain automatically defaults to Joost. Joost was the Norwegian act in 2017. I imagine at some point in this video I'm going to lose concentration and say Joost. I apologize, I mean Joost. Joost likes toast. In terms of the song, I'm not expecting to love it. I am expecting it to be a song I think sounds really cool and interesting, but probably not in my top 10. But I'm expecting the performance and the visuals to be definitely in my top 10, probably in my top 5. So this could be potentially a weird song for me in that I love the visual package, but maybe I don't listen to the song that much. Who knows? He could totally and utterly surprise me. I have had no spoilers at all. Turned off Twitter. I turned off my phone completely so that nobody could message me. The song released around 30 minutes ago. I've heard absolutely nothing. I have no idea what's coming up. The song title sounds really cool to me, but apparently it is going to be referring to his father. I'm aware that his father died when he was really young. I think he was 13, and then his mother died when he was 14. So he was orphaned at a really young age, and his older siblings raised him. So I think it's gonna be fun, but then also with a serious message underneath. So really interested to see what's going on. Okay, so I'm gonna do my best to keep as much of the original audio and visuals as possible, but I'm gonna get copyrighted, so I'll put the original up into my Patreon. And I'm gonna put the captions on because I wanna know what the song is about. Oh my God, I'm really nervous. This is Joost, one and I'm a secret bang. Oh my God, I can't believe it, Oh my God, I'm so nervous. Come on, Joost. Yes. Yes, let's come together, Europe. Okay, I actually think it might be something that's for me. Ooh, it's a pro-European song, pro-EU. Oh, it's in Dutch, lovely. Oh, this is kind of something I would like. Oh, he's built a bridge to me. It's still got his sound, but I can kind of hear how it's for Eurovision fans as well. It's gonna be really funny. Okay, it's got a little bit of autobiography in it, but he's also talking about all the countries in Europe as well. Oh, I love it. Yes, we got a dance as well. This feels like it's built a bridge from his music style to me. Oh! That's me with the 12 points. I love that electronic mix. Oh, he's singing in German now. This is so fun and so crazy. I love him driving along the dike with his big hat on. That beat is really good as well, his gapper background. Oh, Papa Ute from Stromae. This looks so expensive as well. That's catchy. And I like that it's a pro-EU message as well. I'm so into that. The dancing, stop it, babe. I'm into it. This piano as well is so cool. Yes, bitch. This is such a good mix of his style with Eurovision music. It's very good fusion. Stop it. Oh, full on gabber. Oh my God, what is he gonna do on stage? And the style, the fashion as well. These thorns coming out of him, amazing. Oh my god. Is it over? Oh my god. Oh. Oh, this is really pretty. Oh, stop. Oh, man. Oh, wow, I really like that ending. Fucking hell, damn. Oh my god. Oh, okay, wow, that ending was really unexpected. Oh my god. Oh, I love that. I don't know whether to laugh or to cry. I'm mostly laughing. That ending was really beautiful because it is a message to his father. Wow, that ending came out of absolutely nowhere. It just kind of caught me off guard. So I need to just gather myself for a second. That was absolutely crazy in the best possible way. Like, if you follow my channel, you know I'm gonna you knew I was gonna like this. I like this type of really crazy, out there, just super fun, super different. That was so unique. What an experience. And it felt super Dutch to me. It felt so authentic to his style. There was a bit of a compromise with Eurovision as well. It felt like a Eurovision version of one of his songs, but without going into cliches like a key change or anything like that. It was still super authentic to him, but it had like a pro-E message, definitely, and like coming together, all of us, which is what Eurovision is about as well. So that ending was really, really stunning. Absolutely so pretty. This huge change up as well, just showing his other side. And it does kind of irk me a little bit when people just automatically put anything that's different into this joke column. This is a real person singing about real things all the time. He's talking about the loss of his father there, and that's a little bit in the title, Europapa. So it really bothers me when people are so dismissive of these songs that do actually have a lot more meaning than some of the other songs in the contest, which are about love from above. So yeah, this is fantastic. I love the imagery. It looked really deluxe. I loved him in his big blue EU cowboy hat. I need to buy one of those. If they're not selling them, I need one. Give it to me. Send it to me, Joost. He's probably not watching, but if he is watching, I haven't said his name wrong yet, I don't think. Oh my god, the whole thing was just so joyful. I can't wait to see this on the stage. And the thing I'm actually most happy about is I can see myself listening to that. You saw before I recorded, I was saying, I know I'm expecting a performance, I'm expecting wow visuals, I'm not expecting something I'm going to download and listen to and enjoy. And I'm thinking now, oh, I can very definitely listen to that. It feels like Gabber for beginners, like if there was like a Gabber for Dummies book that I wanted to read to like get into his style of music. This feels like the first level, like the beginner's level that I could do and take a little bit and see if I like it and then grow into a proper Gabber in the future. Because usually that type of like very heavy techno music I'm not massively into. Like the song I reviewed in that video, I thought it was cool, but I didn't download or listen to it. But I would listen to Europapa. So clever. This is really, really fantastic. And it's so different for the Netherlands after we've had so many songs which are like really gloomy and depressing. And then we've gone the total other end of the spectrum, showing off the versatility in the Dutch music scene, that there is this total other side other than dark, moody pop, which I loved, by the way. All those songs I really, really enjoyed, but this just feels something totally different. I really like it. I was actually a little bit worried I wouldn't like it, and no, that was like real proper amazing. And that moment at the end, the emotional bit, was just beautiful. It was so beautiful. I'm gonna start, I don't want to well up again, but that image of him standing, the image standing there with his father. Stop. The image of him try again. The image of him standing there watching him with his father as a kid was really pretty. Yeah, I really liked it. Even if this doesn't succeed or doesn't do well with the jury or whatever, I don't care. This is such a great, successful entry for the Netherlands, no matter what the result. You know, I do focus a lot on results on this channel because I want to bring some objective data into something that is very opinionated. But at the end of the day, there are more important things in the results. This looks so cool. It sounds great. It's so much fun. It's showing off Dutch culture. It's showing off him. It's got a beautiful meaning to it. Like, I love Ireland's entry this year. I think Bambi's absolutely amazing. But I would also be super, super proud if this was my country's entering as well. I know there's some people who are just going to hate it, but they don't like it, these entries that are like less conventional. But there are a lot of people like me who really, really enjoy this different viewpoint and seeing Dutch culture from a different way. Okay, so let's go through the lyrics for Europapa. There isn't very many sites that have it up yet because the song is just released. So Europe, let's come together. Europapa, Europapa, it's now or never. I love you all, Europapa, Europapa. So really nice starting message, kind of disarming in a way, because you don't know what's coming up. You think that this is going to be something a little bit silly. He's saying Europe, let's come together, which is kind of cool still. It's like a uniting message, which I still really like. I do want Europe to be together. Welcome to Europe, stay here until I die. Europapa, Europapa, welcome to Europe, stay here until I die. Visit my friends in France or run to Vienna. I want to leave the Netherlands, but my passport has disappeared. Fortunately, I don't need a visa to be with you, so take the bus to Poland or the train to Berlin. So talking about the Schengen Agreement and this freedom of movement. I don't have money for Paris, so I use my imagination. Do you have $1, please? Say merci or alsjeblieft, which I think means please. I've lost everything except time, so I travel every day because the world is mine. Chorus, welcome to Europe, stay here until I die. Europapa, Europapa. Ich bin in Deutschland, aber ich bin so allein. I don't know what that means, it's German. I sono in Italian, and now I'm in Italy, but I still feel pain. I think I read that he said it's like he's an orphan traveling around Europe trying to find himself. So this is him going to all the different countries. So he's going to Italy, but he still feels a pain inside. He hasn't found the answer or conclusion to what is bothering him yet. I'm running from myself, calling for help all day long. Yes, I even give people money, but there is no one to help me. I don't need escargot. I don't need fish and chips. So reference to all these, like France, basically the big five. Don't need paella. No, I don't even really know what that is. Turn on the radio. I hear Stromae with Papa Ute. So Papa Ute is a absolutely fantastic song. If you don't know it, it's by Stromae, who is a Belgian artist who is absolutely and utterly incredible. One of my favorite artists, and a lot of Eurovision fans really would like him to represent Belgium tonight. He consistently says no because people ask him every single year. But in case you don't know, Papa Ute is one of the most amazing songs ever, which sings about Stromae saying, "Where's my father?" He also lost his father at a young age. I believe it was in the war in Rwanda, but correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, obviously Joost hearing Papa Ute, he's going to recognize the meaning of the song, and it's going to be familiar to his personal story. But yeah, check out that song. It is absolutely one of my most played songs ever. And the music video is amazing. Won't stop until they say, yes, yes, he does that very well. So looking for validation from everyone around him. Welcome to Europe, stay here until I die. I love the windmill in the background as well. I'm having to go through the music video to get the lyrics because the lyrics aren't up. And then the final outro, I'm just going to read from the music video. At the end of the day, we are all human beings. My father once told me it's a world without... Damn, why is this getting to me? My father once told me it's a world without borders. Damn it. I miss you every day is what I secretly whisper. You see, Dad, I listen to you. And then there's a photo of him. And then there's a photo of him when he's a kid, and it's burning. And then at the end it says, from me to my parents. Really pretty. Give me a second. Okay, so obviously I like that. Obviously I like the lyrics. I like how it's the duality of the song, in that you can be someone who's like a party starter, and you can be fun and kind of wild and be like, hey, Europe, let's come together. And you can also have an emotional side as well. So I like this duality of he's a little bit more complex, and I wish that people would see this in all songs that are considered joke or humor entries, is that just because someone is coming up with an exterior that's loud doesn't mean that there isn't another side to them that is a real person, or that has real emotions, or that there could be an underlying meaning or an underlying sadness or vulnerability underneath it. So I love that he's showing off both sides of his song. It feels really beautifully pieced together, and you know there's a real vulnerability and a part of his soul in the song. So I think it's really lovely. I really like this. It's significantly better than I expected. It is like really exceeded my expectations were high, and I think my visual expectations were met. I was expecting something that looked that cool and fun and vibrant, and then I think melody and song expectations were super exceeded. I definitely will download that, and I can't wait to listen to it, and maybe this will convert me into a gabber. Probably not, but yeah, nice try by Joost, not Joust. Okay, now I'm gonna go in for my full proper second listen, because I only listened to it once so far. Europapa. That's so catchy already. I love that it's in Dutch as well, so cool. Europapa. Europapa. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what the potential staging for this is going to be. So we have that music video we saw. It looks expensive. Lots of great costumes. I love the fashion. This blue suit with the pointy shoulders. We also had him some spikes on as well. So I think this fashion is going to be super high class. It looks like he has no problem with playing with some androgynous silhouettes. So I like that. That opens up so many more different possibilities for him. And there's lots of color there as well. I love the blue suit because it was a little bit of a nod to the EU flag. Okay, so I've had to change my setup because it's getting so dark here in Dublin. This is why I don't usually film at night, because there's no light in this dark country. Yes, I was talking about the staging. I already talked a little bit about the fashion. I think the staging is obviously going to be super fun and crazy at the start. I think it's going to lure people into a sense that this song is just crazy, doesn't have any meaning, but really there is an underlying meaning, as we just talked about in the lyric. I wonder what he's going to do in that last 10-15 seconds, which is so impactful. I would actually love him to sit down at the piano to really emphasize that this is something that's personally written and play the piano himself. I'm not sure if maybe the piano could have been earlier in the song or something like that. I know that we do get that heavy piano playing earlier, so maybe the piano will be used in a more fun way in the beginning, and then it'll turn into something a little bit more serious towards the end. But I'm expecting this to look really expensive editorial. I love the costuming in the music video. I love when they're driving down the dikes. I love the windmill, the image when he's giving the press conference with the blue suit and all the reporters are him and they're all like smiling and nodding. He's got a real acting quality to him. He's able to pull off comedic timing, comedic acting. And then we had the tableau as well with him where he's dancing. I'm not sure, was it in a voting booth or something? I'm not sure. We had 4 girls around him doing kind of like meme dancing. So that's really fun as well. And it gives a little bit of virality. I'm sure that they can teach people the dance and we can all do it with him when he's on the stage. There's lots of clever, fun things in here. And there's lots of things that are just not that serious and meant to be joyful and playful. But then we have that juxtaposition at the end where it does get more serious and he's exposing like this is his traumatic thing. 14 is hard enough anyway without losing both of your parents 1 year apart, like one after the other. That is really, really intense, and that's obviously gonna affect somebody a lot. And he's kind of talking about this orphan who's wandering around Europe looking for resolution to this trauma that they experienced at such a developmental age. I'm a little bit worried that people are just going to dismiss this super quickly, so I hope that there is a little bit of thought put into the staging to convey this message, not just in the last 10 seconds, but I would like them to almost not tease it, but just let people know that there is a seriousness to the song earlier as well, so that people don't just have it in their head like absolutely concrete that he's not being serious for the whole thing. I mean, the important context for me is that I did that video about Joost before, so I kind of know his backstory going into it, whereas most of the people watching Eurovision don't know the backstory, they don't know about his father. So without that context, you're just going to see this crazy guy from the Netherlands. Why would you think that it's about something a little bit more deep and meaningful unless they give you some hints or clues that that's what it's actually about? A really good test now for the Dutch delegation. How are they going to be able to do storytelling on the stage? How are they going to get across that this is serious? Because that's really going to be important, not just with the televote, but also with the juries as well. We know that juries can be super dismissive of anything that is not in the kind of like middle lane. So how do they make this appeal to them? But I think there's going to be lots of dancing. They're going to use all 6 of the potential people on stage. There'll be him with maybe 4 dancers and maybe 1 person playing the piano or something like that accompanying, or doing the papa on the digital vocoder. This is the staging I'm looking forward to the most pretty much out of everybody this year. I think he's going to have a bit of money behind him with his record label. I think Netherlands already kind of does nice staging. I don't feel like they ever give us something that looks cheap or not thought out. And that paired with Joost, I'm hoping that this is going to be like epic. Like this will be something that we'll remember a decade, 2 decades after Eurovision has happened. That's what I hope for. Let's talk about Netherlands at the competition. And I spoke about in the intro about how Netherlands have had this renaissance. They didn't qualify 8 years in a row between 2005 and 2012, and then they had a big shake-up. Anouk was an internal selection and she came and got, I think she was 9th, wasn't she? And then followed up immediately by a 2nd place finish by the Commonwealth, and then a little bit of a blip with Trinity Oosterhuis. But generally Netherlands have been so incredible since they had this turnaround in 2013. So if we look at the Netherlands in the last 10 years, they're actually 7th place in the rankings, which is really, really incredible. And they've become someone that I expect to have a really great entry every single year, to the point now where when it eventually happens that the Netherlands doesn't have a good entry, I'm going to be gutted because it'll feel like such a foundational thing that I just have every single year is just evaporated. And obviously that culminated with them winning in 2019. Really great poster child for how anybody can turn their fortunes around if they're innovative and they just come up with a new system. Each country has to find their own system. There's not one system that works for every single place. I think internal selection for Netherlands has been amazing. Some people calling for a national final. No, this is working really well. What are you doing? People love Netherlands in the competition. Why do you want a national final? Small blip last year with Mia Nicolai and Dion Cooper. I still thought that song was absolutely gorgeous, but just a couple of miscalculations there. And they had a little bit of a clean out in their system. And already we have this fantastic bouncing back with Joost Klein. They've got Twan, who was the executive producer for the competition when it was in Rotterdam. He is now their head delegation. So they've got someone who really understands the competition. He'll know all the small things like how do producers pick out the running order, what lighting is available, what camera cuts. He's just really knowledgeable. This is someone that you really want as head of your delegations. I'm really expecting Twan and Joost together. Wow, that's like a real superhero package. Now let's talk about how this can do. First of all, in terms of qualification, and I'm expecting this to qualify. This is definitely something that the Televote's going to respond to. I think the song is really great, but yet people are going to love the funness of it, the colors, the camp, the vibrancy, the party bit when we get into like the techno. It's got so many surprises. It's going to be very joyful for a lot of people. So I'm expecting this to do well with the Televote. Also, the fact that this is in the second half of the second semi-final. I initially was saying that the first semi-final was the semi-final of death. To be honest, I think they're both semi-finals of death now. I think both of them are extremely difficult, but I do feel like this first semi-final is just that little bit stronger. It's got a few more of the favorites in it, but yeah, definitely this helps make the second semi-final also more difficult. I still think this will come through. Being in the second half as well, you've got a 10 to 15% higher chance of qualification. I don't think the Netherlands needs it, but that's definitely a welcome bonus. This could potentially be a song that wins the Televote in semi-final number 2. Possibly Austria, which I haven't heard yet because I haven't listened to the leaks. I hear that's very popular as well. But yeah, this for me looks like the Televote winner at this point in time for semi-final number 2. They've got Belgium. They don't have Germany, which is a shame because Joost is actually pretty big in Germany. I don't think he needs that. Look, he's going to qualify. What is this going to do in the final though? Juries and Televote. Televote again, I think this is going to be really successful. We have a lot of strong Televote songs this year. You know, Baby Lasagna is going to be strong with the Televote. Sylvester Belt could be. Bambi Thug has the potential, who knows. Ukraine, Finland. The Televote this year is going to be really super jam-packed, which does kind of open up the doorway for some of the jury winners to come through. But I don't think the jury bait category is as packed as the Televote bait side. I still think this will do well, but I don't think it's going to get as big as a score as Carrie did, for example, last year, where Carrie kind of dominated the Televote this year, and I'm not seeing anyone really dominating it yet at this point in time. I think there's so many super fun Televote songs. So yeah, I still expect them to be up there, but not 370 whatever points that Carrie got. In terms of the jury, I really hope that this doesn't get a low jury score. Again, if you're just willing to put the effort in and scratch the surface and look a little bit deeper, this does have a lot more depth than actually a lot of the other songs. It's just superficially, it maybe seems a little bit more crazy and less serious. You know, it brings up the question, should the jury be watching all the songs for the first time, or should they do a little bit of research into lyrics and whatnot? That's a debate that should be had. At this point in time, I think the jury members can do whatever they want. They can do research if they want, they can not bother if they want. I'm expecting countries like Belgium and Germany, who kind of know him, where he might have a little bit of name recognition, to be aware that he is someone with a little bit more depth and kind of see past that superficiality. That's going to come down a little bit to the luck of who's on that jury. You know, if he just gets a little bit unlucky and the jurors who are on the panel just haven't heard of him, he's not Jesus. Not everybody in the world in Belgium and Germany knows who he is. But you know, if he gets lucky and someone does recognize his name, that's going to help a lot. If you're in the top 3 of even a single juror's votes, you have a 97% chance of getting at least 1 jury point. Even if the other 4 jurors on that jury hate the song, one person has enough power with this new exponential weighting system. He just needs to be in some people's top 3. And I think he just goes in with his style and his vibe. If they get it, they get it. If they don't, they don't. If you ask me now, will this do well with the jury? No. I think the jury is going to do their jury thing and mark things down because they're fun. And yeah, I'm expecting this maybe to get like 40, 50 points, but who knows, maybe he might have this incredible stage show and elevate it. But you know, there's more important ththings than winning, and even with a very high televote score, you can still get into the top 10. You know, winning the televote, I think now is such a prize. I think that because Eurovision is so competitive, it's not just about the winner now, it's also who's going to be the jury winner, who's going to be the televote winner, who's going to be top 10, who's going to be on the left side of the scoreboard. There's so many other prizes. It almost feels like the Oscars now, where you don't just have best picture, you've got best actor, best actress, best cinematography, best cinematography. There's all these other different things that you can collect as well. This could be a great opportunity for Netherlands to win the televote, which would be really fun. Yeah, definitely this has top 10 potential. I can see it winning unless something really huge happens with the jury to win them over. Okay, so with that in mind, let's have a look and see, has there been any change in the odds? But yeah, this is still sitting in 21st, so no real movement yet. Again, at the end of the day, if I was a bettor, I would want to know what is going to happen with the jury. I wouldn't want to bet money on this until I had some sort of a reinsurance from maybe the rehearsals or a live stage show that the jury is not just going to kill this. So I understand that this is 21st in the odds. I think if you put up odds for who's going to win the televote, I think this would be up there in the top. Can this win the entire competition? Probably not. Can it win the televote? Yes, definitely. The sun actually came out, so I think I can finish the video with natural, that natural light, without that big light shining into my face. Okay, and now let's have a look and see how this is doing with the community. And this is in 12th place. So yeah, this is kind of fun. Look, I know that this is the type of thing that's going to be a little bit polarizing. Eurovision community, there's a lot of people who don't like these songs, who are a bit more typical. They would prefer there to be more kind of like standard girly bops. That's fine. There's different styles of music for different people. I think this is going to have a bit of an overlap with Finland and Estonia, especially Finland. I think it's got quite a large overlap in terms of the feel, although it does have that element at the end which is a little bit more real and serious, which I think Finland has a little bit less of. But yeah, I'm hoping that this doesn't get the same amount of hate that Finland's got. Finland got a crazy amount of hate, which I thought was kind of gross. In any case, I think there's a lot of people who maybe will say that they don't like this, but when it comes to standing in the arena in Malmö, they're going to be screaming Europapa, Europapa. Overall though, I'm really happy. I've got a song that I can download. I've got something I'm going to be cheering for in Malmö as well. I have to buy myself a Dutch flag. I think it's overdue. I bought myself a Dutch flag anyway. So what did you think about Europapa by Joost? Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Thank you so much to Lena, Nikki and Anonymous for supporting me on Buy Me Coffee. No new donations on PayPal, but you can support me there as well. I am a full-time content creator, so your donations help keep the channel going. I'll leave links to you in the description down below. And of course, thank you to all of my patrons all over the world for patronizing the channel. When my videos get done for visual and audio copyright, I put the originals up onto my Patreon. Plus, you can be a part of our Eurovision scoreboard group. You can get some early updates and you can get some previews of upcoming videos. So go check that out if you're a fan. But of course, thank you so much just for watching and maybe leaving a like and maybe sharing the video. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in another Eurovision analysis video very soon. Goodbye.